most of us won't have pits because our assignment isn't the palace. Yes, I'm going to say that again. Most of us will not have pit situations because the palace is not our assignment. See, a lot of the times people teach, and preach from pit to the palace, and we preach about the palace, but we don't preach about the assignment of the palace. We don't talk about the reason the palace assignment was needed. See, Joseph had 11 brothers. Out of all of them, only one had the palace assignment, and it was Joseph. And the Lord showed Joseph. And it's okay, because you may not have the capacity to be able to handle a palace assignment. And we have to be okay with that. The truth of the matter is, the only reason why Joseph was in the palace was because God prepared him in the pit. He put him in pit situations. The deep pit of his brothers that put him there. The pit of being sold into slavery. The pit of being sent into prison for lies. So there was reasons why God had to put him by himself to prepare him. He had to go through certain things for him to be able to be in that palace assignment. He was called to that. Most of us are not called to palace assignments, and you got to be okay with that. Be okay with the assignment that the Lord has given you, not what you think because you're coveting somebody else's assignment. I think a lot of times we are in the type of assignments that God didn't call us to, and then wonder why we are failing in the trials that we're going through. We're failing in the pits that we're in, because we're trying to take on a palace assignment that we weren't called to. Free yourself. It's okay to say, you know what, I made a mistake, or you know what, I'm going to step down so I can really do what God gave me to do. You make the decision. Okay? You make that decision. Be at peace with what God has given you. Don't stop coveting somebody else's position, someone else's assignment, because baby, you can't handle what somebody else was anointed for. Imagine if Reuben tried to take over Joseph's assignment when he was not qualified, not fit, and not groomed for that assignment. The country needed Joseph because he was anointed for that. He was called to it. He was trained for it. He had the skill for it. And he also had the humility for it. So, there are certain things that come with certain assignments. Find yours. Release yourself. Step down and be okay with that. Because God has an assignment for you that is going to change the community that's around you. Do what He's called you to do. Don't covet what somebody else is doing. The assignment isn't for you, and it's okay. It's gonna call you to lay down your pride and humble yourself so you can actually do the work of the Father. Be blessed.